Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. Market has been quite bearish for the shorter time frames. We did come up very quickly and now we really need that pullback to be coming in place as well. Because every time we go up, we have to come down fast. First thing first, let's jump into crypto greed and fear index. As we know, this is the most important tool that we use every day to take profits and understand whether we are getting close to any bottoms. So today we're back at 28. I was expecting maybe somewhere in the regions of 30, but yet this shows us that there might be some more upside and downside coming because we are still in fear and gotten closer to any neutral levels. So jump into 3 months. Let's see whether we are getting closer to the things we have been seeing here in the past. And quite clearly, we saw something like that here as well. And now we're seeing something like that similar. We can have a shorter dip and then probably have a further upside, or just follow this turbulence that we've been having because of the FUD, because of the politics, because of the war. Let's get into our bubbles. So if you look at our bubbles, we can clearly see there's a mixed batch. We have some that are red and some that are green. And that's part of the policies and the things that have been going on in the markets lately. So we can't do pretty much about anything other than just monitoring them. If you look at ICX, about 52% of waves have been just rising, and been having a very good upside. Yesterday, we saw all the privacy tokens going pretty high, and now they've done pretty bad as well. That's the reason I always advise not to get into them, because anything can happen to privacy tokens. If we look at Rune, beautiful upside from $4.39 all the way to $5.57, just in a shorter pullback, about a 0.5% pullback in the last 1 hour time frames. Looking all right, pretty steady. We jump into Luna. Luna has done what we really wanted Luna to do. So Luna has already made a new all-time high, which is at around $104. Looks all right, very good, but we need to consolidate in somewhere in these regions so we can have further upside also to be coming in this coin. Right now we're back at 94 levels. It's good for us to come down, build some kind of support for any further upside to be coming, and obviously that highly depends on the volume as well, because I'm sure a lot of people would have taken profits after we broke that all-time high. Now we jump into AVAX. We can see AVAX went all the way to $75, and then from $75 it's just now trading around 73.84. It's quite been put in a pullback right now, pretty strong pullback. Went all the way to $79 yesterday. Right now it's about at $73. A good upside, a good downside. So it could be a very good correction as well. And we've been continuously seeing that we have a massive resistance when it comes to AVAX. So we have to break that resistance, come out of that daily downtrend channel for us to be having any kind of upside movements to be coming. Jump into gate.io. We have about 5 hours to go on HYDRA VERSE to be starting, coming soon. We've even seen a very good upside on Price. Price has just continued this rally that had been going on for days. I would really highly suggest you, because market is having so much volatility right now, best thing to do would be to get into HYDRA VERSE. You can use bigger amounts, small amount. Advisably, I would advise to get in it some small amounts. Try out your luck, because these are risky tokens, newly listed, can have an upside of 800% like we've seen in previous weeks as well, or we can also have a downside of massive 600-700%. So just be careful while you aim into this, and obviously 5 hours to go. So I am pretty excited about that. If we look at the price chart, as we discussed was making a very good bull flag right now. We did have an upside, and now we're consolidating and building some kind of support on higher levels than from yesterday, which was our resistance in the past. Now we're building that into support, which is a very good sign for us. So I would highly suggest you guys, if you do want to get into HYDRA VERSE, click in the link given in the description below, join gate.io, and use my referral link to get more rewards as well. So now we should get into our charts. The first thing I can clearly see on BTC that is happening is on our 4-hour time frames. We can clearly see there's an RSI divergence, which is probably looking like a very good bullish divergence. So coming down so quickly could be a sign to get rid of all the longs that were in positions right now, because yesterday when the market started pumping, everybody went into a longer positions. We can probably have this divergences going on. Hopefully this divergence will come into act, and we will definitely have an upside coming very soon as well here. Then major coin that we always like to discuss here has to be ETH. We were very concerned for ETH because ETH has been pretty sideways, so close to its trend line. So we really want to monitor ETH and be very careful and see where it is at today. If we look at ETH, does this have any kind of divergence? Not much divergence is going on in Ethereum right now. But the good part is it did come up and try to build support exactly where we wanted it to build support, has done that, and now it's consolidating in this zone. Hopefully we do expect it not to dump further and probably consolidate here and have an upside. If we do dump further, then likely we're going to go and test the levels of 2400 or about 2500, which we have done in the past as well. But we wouldn't want us to be going closer to this trend line. This trend line is very important for us to hold and carry on, because we want to keep this trend line going for us. This is the only support we have right now. If we jump into Atom, we can clearly see Atom has also been pretty sideways. We did go up, reached my level exactly as around few weeks back, and now we can clearly see the same pattern repeating here. It's trying to come back, build some kind of support. If it does come further down, obviously we're going to come back into the regions of $27 that we had been trading before as well. Just been consolidating in these zones. Did have a very good upside, a beautiful bullish engulfing candle on a 4-hour chart, but then we have a lot of resistance coming from these zones and our previous resistance here as well. Major resistance at $30 to $31, and that's why we keep dumping from these zones specifically. We jump into AVAX. AVAX also had a very good, beautiful bullish engulfing candle, had a very good upside, looked all right, was about to break this resistance, but we have seen that in previous history as well. We keep having a very tough time at this downward channel and also the resistance. Been getting rejected a very few times already, so just have to be very careful. Right now we don't want to build any lower low because right now still in a very good structure, so we want to carry on, build some kind of support here, and then probably head for an upside. If we fail to head for an upside, we're probably going to go into zones of $70 or even lower than $70. If we do get lower than $70, then we're likely to turn very bearish because we have a strong resistance coming from our previous 4-hour chart that we can clearly see that we've been getting rejected constantly from here. So if you do want to take any further entries, will be the ideal place if we break in from this zone, like we've seen that in Luna as well. So that is the best way to practice taking trades. Whenever you see a breakout really happening, that would be the ideal place to get into a trade. Then if you look into Luna's chart, we had beautiful upside. If we see our previous data as well, this was our all-time high. We did break that all-time high just by a dollar. So it's about, yeah, exactly about a dollar 104.83, and this was about 103.80. Obviously numbers could vary on different exchanges on different charts, but it was good to see that we did break an upside that we had been waiting for weeks. We took some entries here and we took some entries here while also booking profits in different zones. It was a very good trade. Now we will hopefully be hoping that we build some kind of support in these regions, or I wouldn't even mind if we build some kind of support here. After building support here, we can expect the market to be either bouncing here, or there is also a very high chance we can come back to test $78 to build another support for an upside. The major player right now for us would be volume, because we really want to see some kind of good volume. Like we can clearly see we had good volume, and then people started taking profits as soon as we broke into an all-time high. Right now we would want some good volume to be coming in, some nice green candles for us to bring more upside into this market. Overall, market looks kind of bearish in the shorter time frames, but it's all right. We had a very quick upside yesterday, so that is pretty common for some coins to be doing that. If we jump into Rune's chart, we can clearly see Rune also had a very good upside. Rune has broken out from its downward channel. Looks okay. We constantly getting rejected from this resistance of about $6. Every time we get closer to it, we dump lower. Right now we're consolidating here. Ideally, we would want to have a higher high and then a higher low. We have had a higher low here as well, but we want to have a higher high also, so we have to break above $6 to have any kind of upside coming here as well. Otherwise, we're going to dump back to these levels of $4 from where we are pumping right now. Overall, if we look all at the major coins, they are all in a very strong pullback right now. Not much action going on here either, so we just have to be very careful. If you look at the tech stocks have been pumping since yesterday Biden's speech, so things are looking pretty good for the tech stocks, about 4%, 3%, 5%. Pretty good upsides right now. If we jump into our commodities, we can see gold is in a pullback right now, so is silver, while oil is just consolidating. Went all the way to $130 yesterday, but then started to dump. As we are also hearing about, the negotiations are going pretty well on both the parties, so we can expect some kind of a war fight to be getting rid of this very soon. So now we jump into my famous resistance and support band chart for BTC. We can clearly see that BTC has been trading in these regions. Best place for us would be to come back, retest this zone, and we did fail previous time, so would be very nice for us to come retest these zones and then probably head higher. The major concern right now for us is again volume has been lacking a lot. Yesterday we had very good towers building us that nice green candles for us to have any kind of upside, but then yet again we start seeing people getting involved in the FUD as the Biden speech came, as new news has been coming regularly because of the war. We are seeing crazy signs of volatility in the market, so you have to be very careful, keep picking profits, be very careful while you're taking trades. Ideally stick into layer 1s and layer 2s max, because you don't want to get into coins right now that aren't going to give you any upside. Otherwise, if you do want to see some massive upsides, obviously you can get into gate.io and get into those newly listed coins. They will definitely give you a very good upside. So we hope we are consolidating in this zone and we don't dump any further. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps you motivated and make these videos. Take care, guys. Bye bye.